reviewing the Amazon Fire. I got this from Best Buy, the 7-inch model. It comes with a bag, if you've seen my other review, with the packaging, cardboard sleeve, and a little I guess, closed flap booklet, instruction manual. The device itself, it's got a sheen finish. It's supposed to be twice as durable as the iPad. These are very popular for $50. It has a very small, very low speaker. You definitely want to have maybe some kind of upgrade for that, for the plug-in at the top. The front, I don't really like the glass because it smears instantly. It doesn't matter how many times I wash my hands. If you have any oil at all, it's going to smear on the glass. It took a while for the device to load. I plug it in for a minimum of 24 hours, just like all electronics, because it sets the memory for the battery. Nobody will tell you that. If you have a device and the battery keeps going dead and it hasn't been charged more than, say, 1,000 times, it's not worn out, that's the reason. You didn't plug it in, or whoever you got it from didn't plug it in and charge it fully. I recommend 24 hours, a minimum of 12, no matter what the packaging or the device says for the battery. I think if they came up with some kind of Amazon symbol, like an A, maybe with a line around it, similar to Internet Explorer, it would go a long ways. And maybe do a white instead of a black, like Apple does, or even a silver, like this. It would increase sales and customer satisfaction and recognition globally. I haven't really used the camera yet, so I'll have to do a review on that at another time. It's got the silver buttons. Maybe prettier if they were white. I don't know, that'd be a matter of preference. It started downloading the Washington Compost. I also noticed that it's the Washington Post right away, which I didn't like. I thought the main thing it tried to get me to do is to integrate my other accounts, my Amazon account, of course, Kindle, Twitter, Facebook, and I think maybe Google on here. I used it the first time at Publix. I had both devices going, my iPhone and my new Kindle Fire, and this device dropped the signal at least 6 times. This seemed to be steady the whole time, so it never dropped the signal, and mine had a little bit more range than the iPhone, which is interesting because my iPhone is a few years old, and this device I think has only been out maybe a few months, and I've only had it for less than a week. So the charger itself is at least a foot shorter than my iPhone, so I'd like that to be longer, and maybe 2 feet shorter. I think it's 2 feet versus 3.5 or 4 for Apple. The device will plug in. I like the white on the end. It's gray on the Apple, but they could use lighter gray for the actual, all this stuff that you don't need to see. It's kind of distracting when you plug it in. Think, oh, well, maybe I need to read that every single time. And the block, the little charging block that plugs in the wall, is a little longer. It's more of a rectangle instead of a square, which I like the Apple device better. And the plug-ins are a little bit different. The Apple is tapered at the tip, and it's probably less material, and it's easier to plug in and pull in and out. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but aesthetically, it's much more pleasing. So it kind of plugs in the same way as the Apple. It's got this USB port, which is like common practice. I think you can only plug it in. It sticks a little bit more than the Apple actual going into the plug-in, and it only goes in one way. There's no really way to tell, which way it goes other than looking at the end. So maybe like a line on this, you could put a line on there with a marker, and then you would know it goes in the same way quickly every single time. I usually keep this plugged in together, so it wouldn't be practical for me, but maybe if you're traveling. And the ends, it's kind of like I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of like the end of a phone. And I don't know if I seem to end up with a lot of these cords I mean, it usually just turns into a tangled mess, wire ball. Eventually, you know, like once a year, I just either go through them or I throw them all out because it becomes too much of a clutter mess. You can find these things all over the place. They're usually only a couple of dollars, if that. It's not worth the hassle of untangling the wad and trying to keep up with all the other electronic devices I have. So that's the Apple Fire. It's supposed to be twice as durable as the iPad. I think I've seen a commercial where they were flipping them around in a washing machine. I don't know if the Apple charging block is interchangeable. Now, I haven't looked to see if it's the same wattage or volts or whatever. Theirs is 5 watts, and I can't really make it out on this Apple which one this is. So eventually, I'll probably see if they're interchangeable. But battery life seems to be good. The main problem I'm having right now is I thought it was going to be integrated right away into my Amazon account, that it was going to be have all my reviews and all my recommendations as soon as I sign the account up. It doesn't seem to have that. I went to watch one of the movies, The Wolf of Wall Street, and I was supposed to pay for that. As far as I know, I haven't figured out how to do it on here yet. I'll probably look at some other YouTube videos or Amazon itself, how to integrate the 2 months of Amazon Prime. The main reason I got this is I've got Apple products, I've got Microsoft, I got Windows. I can't stand Android. Their operating system is very difficult to use. It took me like somewhere between 20 minutes, I think, to get online the last Android device I programmed for somebody, and an hour before it was fully functional, up and running. I wish this thing had a bigger speaker. I wish the screen was more like the Paperwhite display. It's probably going to close to that. It's not bad. It's a bright light screen, but overall, I'm fairly disappointed with it so far. They told me at Best Buy we're in a return season, and I have till January 14th to return it, so I'll let you know between now and then if I decide to keep it. I thought I was going to actually watch some movies and I would read more on a bigger screen than my iPhone when I'm out. My laptops are fairly heavy, and the battery life is nowhere near as good. And I was hoping really it would make me more productive. I don't know if there's a sleeve to, like a glove, to attach it to your hand. There probably is. I'm looking forward to getting a cover for it so the screen won't smudge. The thin plastic on my iPhone works great. It doesn't smudge hardly at all. It's barely noticeable, even if I've got like French fry grease or something on my hands. Anyway, I hope you found this review helpful. If there's something else you'd like me to cover, please leave me a comment below or message me. Please like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and share. Thank you.